Well, government people are really they run the country, and they right now they have a couple of different political parties. In the area of industry, most of the people right now we have a lot of females that they are in the top 5 for the first time in Mexico. A high performance, a CEO and president in the bank, and public sector, private sector. So it's a change, and they are normal females with family, career woman, but being in Mexico and the cultural awareness that they are having in this moment is a completely change. They are role models. They are not acting only in the professional side, but in communities. They are in a lot of fundraising. So it's the kind of, yes, I'm a professional, I'm the CEO, but a certain way, the womanizing is still there. And for the first time, they inclusive publish a magazine with the 50 top females corporate world in Mexico. So that's it's a huge change in that culture and philosophy of life in the Mexican culture, really, to have all these females. So which in my case, I'm following everything that is going on with that new charisma, female charisma. Well, we have Carlos Slim that been for example, being the #1, the richest man in the world, and being Mexican, create a lot of expectation in Mexico, not only because all the different business that he's related around the world, but at the same time, all the aliases and the whatever he's doing is bringing to Mexico. For example, he is building in Mexico City. Was part of one of the city, and all his corporate offices will be there. So that brings like Saks, the most important Saks store will be in Ciudad Mexico. That bring more work related and business. So that area has been changed completely. A lot of buildings related with industry, and a lot of companies moving to that area to be close to he is the brain of what's going on right now in Mexico. He has been the richest man of the world. So Mexico is something, he's a icono, because everybody's looking to him. It's a new way to do things in Mexico. Finally, some of that I'm related in different companies, they are perceiving the opportunity that they have to diagnose and to know exactly what they are recruiting and the development of their people. After year 2009, a lot of in the executive find out that sometimes they don't really have the people, the adequate employees in some of the positions. So last year they start talking about, we need to find out who really we have in our industries, in our companies, because when everything was okay, nobody cares about all the abilities and the competencies. Now in Mexico, all the industry and all the companies like Ciba Vision, pharmaceutical, the first thing that they are asking you is competencies. Right now, we're working with a lot of the executives, like the general manager in Mexico, Ciba Vision, which is a female, and we're working close to the main office with the competencies. So they are realizing that when you assess the employee, you can know exactly what do you have, and what in the future, if they are top performers, if they could have a career life with them, or if they can be an expatriate somewhere in the world. Again, Carlos Slim, everybody's following his example. This Carlos Slim inclusive, we know everything because of he has his own book, biography, and a lot of, when he went to my country, to Puerto Rico, we have like a 3 days on the newspaper talking about who is he and how he get to that specific to be the richest man of the world. He has a vision and he takes a lot of risk, but he believes in himself and makes other people to believe in what they're doing. He is, no matter what he's saying, he talks to you, he talks to the people in a sort of way that he's so sure what he's saying that you believe in him, makes people believe in him, his confidence, plus his track record of what he has been doing. In addition to that, I remember year 2009, he sent a letter to all his employees assuring job security. He did it by himself, and it was something that everybody appreciated because it was not somebody else, it was his belief, and he put it in writing, and he sent to all his employees. And that was something that in the middle of the crisis, again, he took care of his people, and he did it because he wants to do it. In addition, all the foundation that he has, inclusive, he has in the new corporation, all he's building a museum in memory of his wife. You know, that kind of things that people like to see a person like him, the wealthy, rich person in the world, taking care of so many details. And it's in the way that he believes what he's saying, and not only that, he conveyed the message to the people. It's more to have a vision. Sometimes they work like what's going on today. We don't have too much the planning, except the multinational companies that, yes, because it's part of the process in the multinational company, but a lot of locals and family companies, the planning, they live like what's happening today, and that's what we're going to be doing. So when things happens like year 2009, nobody was prepared or has a plan what we are going to do next day. So that is something that in Mexico culture, right now, as I mentioned to you, that magazine of all the females, something that they have all of them in common, the vision, same as Carlos Slim. So that is something that it will be quality that has to be improved in Mexico to the top people, the industry, the people who really are running the country. But it was something that everybody, we were like sharing, that all of them females, like Carlos Slim, you know, the vision, the planning, to look to the future. That is something that is not too common in Mexico. Of course, because if we know the competencies and we apply assessment, we can work with them and we can develop. Sometimes we find out that some employees, they don't even know themselves. And when you go through, you know, explaining the assessment, they realize and bring sometimes a lot of more confidence on them. And you see the changes. So assessment is a tool for all the companies to diagnose, to develop, because it's there. And in the case that you have, you know, tool that prevent you on time to avoid future to lay off employees, you need the right person, the right position, and the only way that you can do that is applying an assessment.